Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
What was that? Let's try. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
It's so good to be together for our Shabbat morning service here at Temple Akiba. It's not just any Shabbat service. This is the Shabbat service during which Hannah becomes a bat mitzvah. And this isn't just any bat mitzvah. This is my 375th bat mitzvah today here at Temple Akiba. So I'm excited about that. And I'm excited that we get to do it with such an extraordinary young person. All of us are going to see how incredible Hannah, well, you all know how incredible she is. But we'll have an opportunity to see her leadership in our service. My name is Rabbi Zach Shapiro, here with Kentor Lonnie Freilich. We welcome you to our congregation today. We're going to ask that you do us a favor, and that is to make sure that your cell phones are on the silent mode or turned off. And when you do that, you can make sure that you leave those phones in your pockets. We have a designated photographer, Stephanie, who will be capturing the moment so that the rest of us don't need to.
Hannah will be leading us through almost all of our prayers this morning, alongside the rabbi and myself. We're going to call out the page numbers as we move forward, and you'll find Hebrew on the right side, the transliteration on the left side, and our English translation underneath. But even though Hannah is leading, we still love for your participation. We love for you to sing along with us, to chant with us. And I always say, don't let the words get in the way. So even if you're not sure of the words, hopefully you'll start to pick up the tunes and just sing la la la. But we love to hear your voices. We'd love for you to engage with us.
We're going to open with the singing of Hine Matov. It is on page 70 of our Sidurim, of our Blue Books, and it means how wonderful it is that we're here together as a family. Hine umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov 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 umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. We continue now on page 72 for the presentation of the Talit. Hannah, we invite you and your parents, Lauren and Ryan, to come forward. This Talit was a gift from Gary, your grandpa.
As I wrap myself in the talit, I fulfill the mitzvah of my Creator. Bless Adonai, O my soul, Adonai my God, how great you are. You are robed in glory and majesty, wrapping yourself in light as in a garment, spreading forth the heavens like a curtain. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu l'hitatef batzitzit. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to wrap ourselves in the fringes.
Mazel tov. Hannah, for the very first time, you fulfilled a commandment as a Jewish adult, and that is the commandment of putting on your own talit. To mark this extraordinary time, we offer the Shehechianu prayer. It's on page 344, and this thanks God for giving us life and sustaining us, and allowing all of us to celebrate at this time. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Moving back in our prayer books to page 84, we have a series of blessings called the Nesim B'chol Yom, the miracles for every day. Hannah will be chanting them in Hebrew, and we can respond to each one by saying Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani b'tzelem Elohim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani bat chorin.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani Yisrael.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam ozer Yisrael b'gvura.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam oter Yisrael b'tifara.
Amen. And we continue our service with the chanting of the Chatzi Kaddish on page 106.
Yikada v'yitzkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Ba'amad divrach irutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uvyomechon u'b'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, uvizman kariv v'imeru.
Amen.
Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'alamei amaya yitbarach. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yinaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudusha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imeru. Amen.
Our formal call to worship is the Baruch Hu. It's on page 108. We invite all who are able to please rise. 108.
Baruch Hu et Adonai hamavorach. Baruch Adonai hamavorach le'olam va'ed.
Hannah's going to continue with a prayer of creation. It's called the Yotzer. It's on page 110.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer or uvarei shochech osei shalom uvarei atakol. Hameir la'aretz v'ladarim alecha barachamim uvtuvo mechadesh bechol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reishit. Ma'rabu ma'asecha Adonai kulam bechokma asita ma'ala ha'aretz kinyanecha. Titbarach Adonai Eloheinu al shevach ma'aseh yadecha v'al me'orei or she'asita yafa arucha selah. Or chadash al Tzion ta'ir v'niske chulanu mehera la'oro. Baruch atah Adonai yotzer ha'me'orot.
And I'm noticing very few people are looking at their books. They're just looking at you in wonderment at how proficiently you're leading the service. We're going to continue with the Shema Yisrael. This is the watchword of our faith. It's on pages 114 and 115.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed.
Please be seated. Continuing now with the V'ahavta on page 116.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha bevetecha u'chlechtecha v'aderech u'shokbecha u'vkumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha ve'hayu letotefot beineinecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha Leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kadoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etzchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lehio lachem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem.
We're going to continue with the singing of the Miriam song. This is a joyful song that doesn't require, but it asks for anyone who would like to come forward and to take a tambourine, and we're going to reenact the joy that Miriam and the children of Israel had when we crossed the Sea of Reeds from slavery into freedom. So come on forward, folks. Follow the 7th grade and Hannah as we dance around the synagogue. For those who are looking at the pages, it's page 342, page 342.
Five, six, seven, eight, and the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. And Miriam was a weaver of unique variety. The tapestry she wove was one which sang our history. With every thread and every strand she crafted her delight. A woman touched with spirit, she dances towards the light. 5, 6, 7, 8, and the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. As Miriam stood upon the shores and gazed across the sea, the wonder of this miracle she came to believe. Whoever thought this to a part with an outstretched hand, and we would pass to freedom and march to the promised land. 5, 6, 7, 8, and the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. And Miriam
prophet took her timbrel in her hand, and all the women followed her, just as she had planned. And Miriam raised her voice in song, she sang with praise and might.
We've just lived through a miracle. We're going to dance tonight. 5, 6, 7, 8,
and the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long.
Micha mocha,
Micha mocha
ba'elim Adonai, Micha mocha
ned abakoret,
Nora
tehilo ose pele, Nora tehilo ose pele.
And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. All right, deep breath, everyone. We're going to continue with the Amidah section. It begins on page 124. We invite all once again to please rise.
Adonai sefetai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibur v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, Ve'zocher Hastei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula, Livnei v'Nehem, L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Megain Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei HaKol atah, Rav leHoshia, Mechakel Chayim Bechesed, Mechayei HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Zomech Noflim Verofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umechayim Emunato Lishenei Afar, Micha Mocha Ba'al Gevurot, Umito Melach, Melech Mimit, Umechayei, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah l'hachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei ha'akol. Mekadesh et shimcha ba'olam, Keshem shmakdishim o tobi shmei marom, Kakatuv al yad neviecha, Vekara ze ve'amar, Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tsevaot, Melocho haaretz, Kevodo, Adir, Adirenu, Adonai, Adonenu, Ma'adir, Shimcha b'chol haaretz, Baruch Kevod Adonai Mimkomo. Echad hu Eloheinu, hu Avinu, hu Malkeinu, hu Moshienu, vehu Yashmienu, Rachamav le'enei kol hai. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Yimloch Adonai le'olam, Elohai Tzion, ledor vador. Hallelujah. Ledor vador nagid golecha, Unegtach netzachim kedushatcha nagdish, Veshivchacha Eloheinu mipinu lo yamush leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
Friends, we're going to continue with our own private prayers. We can use the Sidurim as a guide between pages 134 and 142. We can also take the opportunity to pray inside of our own hearts and find the liturgy that's there. When you're finished with your own private prayer, you may be seated. Seventh grade.
Don't walk in front of me, I may not follow. Don't walk behind me, I may not lead. Just walk beside me and be my friend, and together we will walk in the path of Hashem.
Thank you all very much. we come to the highlight of our service. This is known as Seder Kriyat Torah, the service for the reading of Torah. Every week, no matter where we are, Jews all over the world engage in the same part of the Torah. And we've done this throughout history. And what's incredible is that even though we read the same section year after year, we grow as people and we change. And what was important to us a year ago may seem trivial now. And what was trivial a year ago may be central. I think we realize this as a community with regard to Israel. And I think we realize this spiritually when we think about how we've grown in these past months and over the past year. So the beauty of all this is that Hannah will be chanting from an ancient document, but she'll become our prophet, sharing with us what she has studied and what she believes to be important truths for today. In order for this to happen, we need to open the ark, and so we invite Aiden and Anderson Bold and Carter White to come forward. Hannah, we'd like you up with us as well, and we invite the congregation to please rise. We're on page 244. So Carter, that's your door. Aiden, Anderson, come on forward this way. Right over here. Okay, take the handle, slide it open.
Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai v'ein kemasecha malchutecha malchut kol olamim u'memshaltecha bechol dor v'ador
Adonai melech, Adonai
malach Adonai imloch leolam va'ed Adonai oz le'amo yitein Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom av harachamim heitiv avertzoncha et Zion tivnei chomot Yerushalayim Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim Ki vecha levad vatachnu Melech el ram v'nisa Adon olamim.
And right there. Thank you all so very much. Aiden Anderson, you're going to go back to your seats. Carter, you stay here.
Ki
Mitzion Teitzei Torah. Ki Mitzion Teitzei Torah. Udevar Adonai Mirushalayim. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah, Le'amo Yisrael, B'Kedushato. We're now going to invite forward the generations of Hannah's family to come forward as we pass the Torah down L'Dor V'Dor. So we'd like to invite forward Grandpa Gary Stern, and of course, spiritually here is also Grandma Susanna. She's with us so much in heart. So come on forward, Gary, and we invite Leslie and Stephen White to come forward, and of course, Lauren and Ryan as well. So Gary over here. Carter, you're going to be on that side. And grandparents over here. There we go. Perfect. One for his hand. Ryan over here. There we go. L'Dor V'Dor, from generation to generation, our Torah has come down as a treasure. Our sages teach us that the Torah is actually the second most important treasure we have. The most important one are our children. And so, Hannah, as this comes into your arms today, Carter, to you in a few years, know that you are the treasures inheriting this wonderful conversation.
Ledor vador, ledor vador, ledor vador, nagi god lecha, ulenetzach netzachim, ulenetzach netzachim, kedushatcha nakdish.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
Kadule Adonai tiu neromema shemo yachtav.
Al shlosha divarim, al shlosha divarim, al shlosha divarim, ha'olam omed. Al shlosha
Devarim,
divarim,
al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, ha'olam omed. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, ha'olam omed. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, ha'olam omed. Al haTorah
Torah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim.
Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al
Please be seated,
haTorah
everyone.
ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim.
Before we open up our Torah commentaries, we wanted to invite forward, we want to invite forward Grandpa Stephen, who has a special presentation for you, Hannah, before. Leslie, okay, thank you. Okay, sorry about that. Leslie and Stephen.
For your bat mitzvah, we present you this yad from Israel. And you should use it today and for the rest of your life.
Thank you so much. Can I take a look at this? Look at this, everyone.
That was beautiful. Very special.
That is very, I don't want to touch it too much. Okay.
As long as you don't drop it.
Right. Hold on. Wow, that's extraordinary. Okay. Friends, if you put your Sidurim away and take out the Chumash, that's the larger Torah commentary that should be by every seat. If you're in the front row, make friends with the people behind you and they'll hand you one. We can open up in here to page 865. We starting right at the beginning? Yes. Yeah, okay. Page 865. And we're going to be calling forward a number of people to offer an aliyah, a blessing before and after the Torah portion. When we call you up, we're going to ask that you stand here on my left, and you'll be there for the aliyah. And then when we call the next group up, you're going to come over and stand on the cantor side. I know that one aliyah has like 11 people in it, so we'll be close. We'll be friends, and that's what this is about. Keep in mind, we've got a handrail, we've got a ramp. Come up whichever way is most comfortable to you. For our first aliyah, we invite forward Karen Kent, Evan Kent, Grayson Kent, and Justin Kent. Ya'amod Lazar. Of course you can use your sheets.
Anytime. Baruch Adonai. Baruch Adonai.
Hambarach. Baruch Adonai Hambarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol hamim. V'natanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Im bechukotai telechu, vet mitzvotai tishmeru, vasitem otam, v'netati gishmechem beitam, v'natana ha'aretz gevula, ve'etz hasadeh yitain piryo.
Baruch atah
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natananu Torat emet, v'chayei olam natanenu, Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Thank you all so very much. You're going to come over to this side, right over here. For our second aliyah, we invite forward. I'm going to do this in one breath, I think. Robert Stern, Nancy Holling, Craig Stern, Lori Stern, Jessica Stern, Rachel Stern, Brent Stern, Kara Stern, Nikki Kuhn, Ryan Kuhn, and David Stern. Ya'amdu Reuven ben Matasyahu Miriam ve'elka bat David ve'Shoshana ve'Yitzchak ben Matasyahu ve'Miriam ve'Daphne ben Ahlan ve'Galia ve'Menucha Esther bat Reuven el ve'Elka. Come on up, folks. Ve'Rachel Elisheva bat Reuven ve'Elka ve'Chaim ben Yitzchak ve'Daphne ve'Miriam bat Yitzchak ve'Daphne, who is due early. Where's? There you are. David ben Yitzchak v'Daphne. All right, can everyone make it up here safely? All right.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Vehisik lachem taish et batzir, uvatzir yasik et zara, v'achaltem lachmechem lasova, v'yishavtem levetach bartechem. V'netati shalom ba'aretz ushchavtem ve'ein macharit, v'yishbati chaya ra'a min ha'aretz ve'cherev lo tavor bartechem.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yes, sir, Koach, everyone. Thank you so much. You're going to all kind of shift in this direction.
It's a record for your 365 B'nai Mitzvah, having this
For our third Aliyah, we invite forward Melissa Bold, Mark Bold, Aiden Bold, and Anderson Bold. Ya'amdu Miriam Adina bat Yisrael v'Leah v'Atakan ben Ahmed v'Merel v'Aiden ben Miriam v'Atakan v'Ender ben Miriam v'Atakan. Hi everyone, Shabbat Shalom.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bahar banu mikol hamim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Urdavtem et oivechem v'nafelu lifnechem lecharev v'radefu mikem chamisha mea umea mikem revava yirdofu v'nafelu oivechem lifnechem lecharev. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yashar koach, everyone. Thank you so much. You're going to come right over to this side. For our fourth Aliyah, we invite forward Leslie White and Stephen White. Ya'amdu Leah bat Lezer v'Fani v'Yisrael ben Yitzchak v'Chana.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Ufani lechem v'hireti etchem v'hirbeti etchem v'akimoti et briti itechem v'achaltem yashan noshan ve'yashan b'panei chadash hotziu.
You're making this sound too easy.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata betochenu, Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. Mazel tov. Thank you. Here, come over to this side. For our fifth Aliyah, we invite forward Gary Stern, Ya'amod Chaim ben Metasyahu u'Miriam.
Baruch hu Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
V'netati mishkani b'tochechem v'lo tigal nafshi itechem v'talachti b'tochechem v'hayiti lachem l'Elohim ve'atem tilui le'am.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natan b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yashar koach. Mazel tov. Thank you. For our sixth Aliyah, we now invite forward Lauren White, Ryan White, and Carter. Why don't you join your parents? Ya'amdu Zahava bat Chaim v'Shima v'Reuven ben Yisrael v'Leah, and with his brand newly minted Hebrew name, Caleb ben Zahava v'Reuven.
Baruch
Barach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher Hotzeiti Eschem, Meretz Mitzrayim, Mehiot Lachem, Avadim, Vashbur, Motot Ulechem, Va'olech Eschem, Komemiut. Ve'im lo tishme'u li, V'lo tasu, Eitz kol hamitzvot ha'eleh.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Ta'amod, 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 Abachorah bat mitzvah, Chana Shoshana bat Ruvain v'Zahava. We now invite Hannah White for her aliyah.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamavorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamavorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Hamim V'natan Lanu Et Torato Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Im v'chukotai tim asu ve'im et mishpatai tigal nafshechem lavilti asot et kol mitzvotai lafrechem et briti. Afani esezot lachem vitkati lachem bahava et hashachefet v'tachadachat v'chalot einayim divot nafesh uzratem lafrik zarechem v'haluhu oivechem. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Yasher Koach.
Thank you.
Wow. So we want to see the text that Hannah so beautifully chanted from. As we lift the Torah, we ask that you please rise.
Vezot Torah Sher Sam Moshe Livnei Bnei Yisrael Al Pi Adonai Ve'ad Moshe Yai lai 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 yai lai 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 yai lai 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 yai lai 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 yai lai 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 yai lai 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 lai.
Please be seated, everyone. Still in our larger Chumash, if we open up to page 880, we can now follow along with a section of the prophets known as the Haftarah. This week it's found in the prophet Jeremiah. Hannah will begin with the blessing beforehand, which is not in these books, but then she'll continue with the Haftarah portion again on page 880.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Bin Ve'im Tovim Ve'ratzav V'divreihem Hane'emarim Be'emet Baruch Atah Adonai Habocher Batorah Uv Moshe Avdo Uv Yisrael Amo Uvin V'yeh Ha'emet V'tzedek Adonai Uzi Uma uzi umnusi be'yom sarah elecha goyim yavo'u me'afsei haaretz ve'yomru ach sheker nachalu avotenu hevel ve'ein ba mo'il Haya aselo Adam Elohim vehema lo Elohim lechein hineni modiam bapam hazot odiem et yadi vet kavurati veyadeu kishmi Adonai chatat Yehuda ketuva beis barzel bet ziporen shamir Charisha aluhu achlibam ukarnot mizbechotechem Kizkor bneihem mizbechotam va'asherehem aletz ranan al givaot hagivohot Harari basade chelechal choosorotecha lavas etein bamotecha bachatat bechol kivulecha V'shamata uvcha minachalatecha asher natati lach v'ha'aviticha et oivecha ba'aretz asher lo yadata ki esh kedachtem bapi ad olam tukad ko amar Adonai Arur hagever asher yivtach badam besam basar zero umin Adonai yasur libo v'haya is that right? V'haya ka'ar ba'arava v'lo yir'eh ki yavo tov v'shechan charirim b'midbar eretz melecha v'lo teshev Baruch hagever asher yivtach b'Adonai v'haya Adonai mivtacham v'haya ke'etz shatu amayim v'yuval yashalach sharashav v'lo yir'eh ki yavo chom v'haya alehu ra'anan uvishnat batzoretz lo yidag v'lo yamish me'asot peri akov halev mikol ve'anush hu mi yeda'enu Ani Adonai choker lev bochen kelayot velatet leish ki dirchav ki free ma'alalav kore dagar velo yalad ose osher velo v'mishpat bachatzi yamav ya'azvenu uvacharito yihye naval Kisei chavod marom merishon mekom mikdashenu mikveh Yisrael Adonai kol ozvecha yavoshu vesurai ba'aretz yikatevu ki azvu mekor mayim chayim et Adonai Rafa'eni Adonai ve'eh Rafeh Hoshieni ve'ivasheya ki tehilati ata. I messed up so bad though on a bunch of stuff. I literally improvised on
Jennifer Lonnie, correct me if I'm wrong, that was the entire Haftorah portion.
Yes, the entire Haftorah.
Take a deep breath. In a moment, Hannah will be chanting the blessing after the Haftorah portion. During that time, our 7th graders will be handing out little candies to everyone who will have the opportunity with joy to lightly, delicately, gently shower our bima area with candy, after which all those who are young at heart can come and pick it up. So folks, come start spreading it around. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Tur kol ha'olamim, Tzadik bechol hadorot, Ha'el ha'ne'eman, Ha'omer ve'oseh, Ha'medaber u'mekayem, Shekol divarav, Emet v'tzedek, Al ha'torah, Ve'al ha'avodah, Ve'al ha'nevi'im, Ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh, Shenatat lanu, Adonai Eloheinu, Likdusha v'limnucha, Lechavot u'letifaret, Al hakol, Adonai Eloheinu, Anachnu motim lach, U'mevarchim otach, Yitbarach shimcha v'fichol chai, Tamid le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechadesh ha'shavat. No.
All right, come get the candy, folks. So I want you all to hear something really awesome. Listen to this. You hear that? It's actually not that awesome. Do me a favor, take the candy, stick it in a pocket, in a purse, whatever you have. Because the shape of the sanctuary, it really makes everything echo. You hear that? Okay. We also ask that you please not eat in the sanctuary. It's our place of worship. We can eat it afterward later on. So stick the candies far away, and let's take another deep breath. Carter, how many candies are in your pocket right now? If we put our larger chumash away and take the prayer books back out, and if we open up to page 253, page 253, this is our prayer for healing, our Misha Berach. It gives us an opportunity, while we're feeling the joy of what Hannah has gifted us, to think about those who could use a special prayer or blessing. We can think on the big level, like our homeland Israel. We can think on the individual level, people that we know who are going through a tough time. As we sing the prayer, think of those people when my eyes meet yours in the center. If there are names you want to say out loud, please share them.
Mishe Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. And let us say, Amen.
As we now prepare to place the Torah back in the ark, Hannah, we're going to ask you to come forward, as well as Aiden and Anderson and Carter, to open the ark once again. We're on page 256. 256. Ki lekach tov natati lahem torati al ta'azovu. For I have given you a good instruction. Do not abandon my Torah.
It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. Shalom, shalom.
It is a tree.
Shalom, shalom.
It's not a bush.
Shalom, shalom. The tree of life. Shalom, shalom. Eitz chaim hi lemachazikim bavetomecha meushar. Eitz chaim hi lemachazikim bavetomecha meushar. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom.
Not a bush.
Shalom, shalom.
The tree of life.
Shalom, shalom. Shalom.
I just noticed. I motioned to be seated, and I never told you guys to stand up. My apologies. It's okay.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Today, sorry, guys. Today, I'm becoming a bat mitzvah. I've heard people say bat mitzvah ever since I was old enough to understand what it meant, but honestly, it can mean a whole lot of things. And standing here right now, I think I finally understand what it means. Granted, what I'm saying right now was written by a 1 month younger version of me, so this is how I felt a month ago too, but there's basically no difference. Becoming a bat mitzvah means truly accepting your Jewish identity and being fully seen as a Jewish member and adult. This can come in the form of taking full responsibility for your actions and not blaming your mistakes on other people. When you become a bar or bat mitzvah, it is a very special moment for a Jewish person, especially because less than 1%, exactly 0.2% of the world is Jewish. It's not very much. And not even everybody in the religion becomes a bar or bat mitzvah. This means that every time a Jew becomes a bar or bat mitzvah, it shines our light a little brighter. Just like Temple Akiba's motto, our light shines brighter together. Now, the Torah portion that I read a little while ago is named Bechukotai, which means by my decrees. In the portion, the Israelites are still wandering in the desert for 40 years, but something happens during this time. God tells the Israelites that they must follow the rules or bad things will happen. Just like the title, By My Decrees, God is saying that unless they follow the orders, they will be cursed. In Bechukotai, this specifically relates to rain, and the fact that if they behave, God will bring the blessing of rain. And if they don't listen, the rain will be taken away. It's kind of like an ancient version of karma, but with rain. This story reminds us that God's blessings are conditional. We cannot just rely on blessings and miracles. Every day, we must work and show respect to earn these. This leads me into the second lesson that the story teaches us. God's blessings can be found in the smallest of things. And although rain is technically not a small blessing, there are miracles that happen all day that we might not even notice. For example, recently, I thought that I was going to have a math test the next day. I was really nervous for this math test because I didn't exactly understand what the heck was going on in class. And I really needed some extra time to study. Otherwise, I definitely could have failed. But thank goodness for Mr. Trochet, my math teacher, because he told us in class that he had decided to move the math test to the end of the week instead. He also gave us a giant note card that we could use for our notes. They're really helpful. And a calculator, so that was good too. Anyway, the lesson that we can learn from this is that math teachers are obviously the best teachers. Just kidding. What we can really learn from this is that sometimes the smallest of things that happen in our everyday lives are miracles. And if we really take time to notice them, our world could be a much better place. And on that note, I would love to thank all of the amazing people in my life that have given me miracles every day, especially by helping me get here today. First, I would like to thank the sisterhood and the men's group for their very generous gifts. I will use them in the years to come. Next, I would like to thank all of my incredible friends who have supported me every step of the way, my cousins, aunts, and uncles, my loving grandparents, and especially my Mima, who unfortunately has passed a couple years ago, but who I know would be very proud to see me standing here today. I would also like to give my greatest thanks to Rabbi Shapiro, who is such a wonderful person and mentor, and Cantor Lonnie, who could not be more sweet and kind during my studies. Last but not least, I would like to thank my mom, dad, and brother who have supported me like nobody else can. Carter, I love you so much. For as long as I've played soccer, you have come to almost every one of my games, even when they're at like 8 in the morning and an hour of a drive away. I know this is a pretty specific memory, but it shows just how much of a dedicated and fabulous brother you are. You are everything I could have hoped for in a brother, plus a little bit. You also always accommodate my needs, even when you want something else, which I really appreciate. You know I have some very strong opinions. I love you to the moon and back. Next, Mom and Dad, you are my role models in life. And if I grow up to be anything like you, I will be so lucky. Unfortunately, if I do grow up to be like my dad, I might eventually have a bald spot. So let's really hope that doesn't happen. Like, please don't, yeah. But you are such amazing people, and I couldn't have asked for better parents. You back me up in everything that I want to do, and you're at the sidelines cheering for me at every soccer game, and the audience cheering at every musical, and especially here today, cheering me on silently, because that would be weird if you cheered out loud. Mom, Dad, and Carter, I love you all so much, and in the wise words of Taylor Swift, I always forget to tell you I love you, but I'll love you forever. Thank you, everyone. Should I sit down? Oh. Ooh, folder fancy.
Okay, mine's not as funny as Hannah's, but okay. Hannah, you are a well-rounded person academically, sports-wise, and kindness-wise. I love how you always come home from school, soccer, or anywhere else with a smile on your face. You are great at everything in school, even though that's not what matters. Because all I, Mom, Dad care about is that you do your best, and I think you know that. You are very hard on yourself, but you always figure out a way to find the good in something, because deep down, even though it doesn't always come out as expected, you know you did great, because you have been that way since I was born. I also love how you have so much skill in soccer. You are a great asset to your team, and you always do fabulous things as a defender. Even when you're a striker, you score goals, even though it isn't your main position. Yes, there have been a lot of games where I run off and play with my friends, but Mom and Dad always tell me how great you did, and I believe them, because I know how awesome you are. Your old coach, Coach Carey, always was hard on you, because she knew you could find some way to improve, even though I couldn't see how that was possible. She would also say you said sorry a lot, but then again, that's just you being hard on yourself. But as I said before, deep down, you know you always do great, and that's part of the reason I love you. Another reason I love you is because you are so kind. Whenever I have a baseball game, you try your best to come, and when you do, you're cheering for me the whole time. Just a few weeks ago, my team had just been eliminated from the playoffs, and right after the game, you made me feel so good I was smiling the rest of the night. Even when I got a small hurt knee in kickball, you checked in on me so much and were so kind and caring toward me, even though it was just a small hurt knee. I felt so much better after you did that. If something ever gets me, Mom, Dad, or frankly anyone down, you're always there to pull them up. You are also kind to yourself too. You're not snobby or arrogant. You just know you're a great person. You never let anyone else get you down. And if somebody else is down, you pull them back up. And that is another reason I love you. You are such a kind, caring, smart, athletic person in general, and that is what makes me proud to be your brother. Mom and Dad said this had to have a time limit, or else I would have been ranting on for hours and hours about you. So I just want to say one more thing. You are a great person, and I know sometimes we don't get along, but I want you to know that I am the luckiest person in the world to have you as a sister. I love you.
Oh, I love you so much.
Happy Mitzvah. I love you so much. I was like the sweetest each other.
It's gonna be hard to top Mom and Dad.
I'm gonna try.
We should be within the tape otherwise.
Dang, pages and pages. It's large font. All right. From the youngest age, those around you who have identified you as destined for greatness. For 5 years, the director of your preschool called you Future POTUS. You got the lead in a school musical in 2nd grade. You have been a force on your soccer team as a defender for 4 years, and you have been a standout student in pretty much all areas. We could go on, but what have we always told you? While achievements are, of course, rewarding, they aren't what matters most. What matters is the journey. How much effort did you put in? Did you learn from your mistakes and setbacks? Did you treat people with respect? Did you show compassion for those around you? Ultimately, it's your character that matters, and more than all you have accomplished already in your life, we are so proud of the person you have become and the way in which you approach the experiences and opportunities in your life.
For example, you have always been a person who knows what she wants and tenaciously pursues it. When you were 5 years old, shortly before kindergarten, we were at the hairstylist, and you surprised us by asking for the following haircut. Shaved head on one side, long hair on the other. Much to your supreme disappointment, we demurred, pointing out that you were just about to start kindergarten. Naturally, we assumed the phase had passed. But last July, exactly 7 years later, and now 12 years old, you were on your way to get a haircut when I got a call from your mom. She sounded a little desperate, and she put you on the phone, and you said, "Dad, remember before kindergarten when you told me I couldn't shave my head? Well, I'd like to do it now." I think we all know how that ended up. And do you remember what you said after you looked in the mirror?
Oh, do you want me to?
You beamed, and you said, "It feels so me." Yes, it does. It is so you. We know you will continue to pursue the things that matter most to you with the same spunky chutzpah in the years ahead.
Hannah, you're also courageous. In 2nd grade, we were in a parent-teacher conference with Mrs. Granick, and you were there too. And do you remember what she told us? She said that you were incredibly capable, but were so scared of making a mistake that you didn't always trust yourself. That even when you knew how to solve a problem, you would come to her for reassurance several times a day, sometimes several times in an hour, for help. She needed you to be more independent and to take risks, even if you didn't know you could succeed the first time with a new challenge. So fast forward to the summer. While you have spent the past 2 summers at Sleepaway Camp in Yosemite, you asked us this summer to do something different. In 2 weeks, you are leaving on a trip. You'll be flying to Oakland to meet up with 11 other kids you don't know, and then going backpacking and camping through the Sierras for 12 days. You chose this trip, not because it was familiar, but because it was hard. Because it's something you haven't done before, and because it would push you to do new things that will inevitably be difficult to do at first. Because you know it would build character and be an unforgettable experience. Mrs. Granick and we are in awe of your willingness to now just dive in and take a risk and trust yourself in so many areas of your life.
You are also a leader who shows deep compassion for others not named Carter.
Hey!
In the 3rd grade, shortly before COVID hit, we volunteered as a family at the Midnight Mission, a shelter for the unhoused and hungry downtown. You were so moved by the experience that you wanted to do more. So you, on your own, with very little organizational help from us, organized a donation drive at your school. You went from class to class with flyers indicating what supplies were needed. You coordinated with your teachers. You dropped off boxes to fill up. And then you went to the Midnight Mission to drop off loads of supplies, including toothbrushes, soap, and other necessities of life. Being a leader is not a value in and of itself. Instead, you should always ask yourself, for what purpose are you leading? Are you leading for yourself, or are you leading for others? In your case, you choose the latter path, and we're so proud of you for it.
Finally, your sense of self is inextricably intertwined with family. You've been surrounded by a cocoon of love from the moment you were born. You were raised by your 4 grandparents who come over weekly. Of course, it hasn't been the same since Mima passed away, but as all your grandparents have, she shapes so much of the person you are today. You also have an incredible relationship with your brother. 12-hour car rides to go camping, gurgling to Bon Jovi tunes, dance routines on the trampoline, performing in theater together, watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, watching Full House, watching Fuller House, watching Full and Fuller House again. As you can tell from the family that is here, we are a family that rolls deep. They have helped to make you who you are, and we hope that you carry the importance of family with you as you venture on to build your own life.
We could go on and on about the person you have become. This only scratches the surface. And the reality is this isn't the day that you are becoming an adult, because you've been an adult pretty much since you started talking. But the key message we want you to take away is this. You're at a time in your life when being different is hard. And there, of course, is a time to stand out and a time to step back. But please always remember that you are wonderful.
Don't make me cry. It's good mascara.
I don't think you're going to cry. But anyway, you're wonderful exactly as you are. Tenacious, courageous, compassionate, ambitious, and kind. So please continue to be fearlessly and authentically you. We love you so much exactly as you are and are so proud of you. Mazel tov.
You cried enough.
Nope. You stand here. How you doing?
Pretty good. Yeah. Pretty nice words from my family right there.
Right. I don't think I ever got to use a calculator on a math test. Something
Yeah,
just,
we do.
Yeah, you do.
It's pretty
All right.
nice teacher, you know.
Hannah, when this past year first began and we started having our Shabbat morning services with your class, becoming B'nai Mitzvah, I always noticed you here, and your family's a newer family to Temple Akiba, and I said to Kentralani, who is actually, I don't recognize her, and she said, oh, well, that's Hannah, she's extraordinary.
Oh.
And I couldn't wait until we started working together one-on-one. And the light and brightness that you would bring into a room just blew my mind. Hannah is the first student in the history of Bar and Bat Mitzvah students, I think in the entire world, who not only would come in with her draft of a Devar Torah, but a second hard copy to give to me as though it were a resume. And she did this not once, and not twice, but actually 3 times. She had a copy for me to make sure that I could read what she was sharing. And you entered the whole process of writing a speech with such excitement. For me, it wasn't only about about completing a speech, but it was about the process of getting to know that amazing human being you were. And whether it was learning about soccer or Oliver, which you and Carter got to do, or any of the other awesome things that you brought to the table, our time together was spent in such a nourishing way. And somehow or other, in the midst of it all, you came out with this incredibly insightful speech, having to do with reward and punishment, a difficult concept in our Torah, and the understanding that we can notice miracles that are happening all around us, from the smallest things to the biggest things. One of the words that is in your Torah portion that came up over and over, which we talked about a couple of days ago, was the word oivecha. Sounds like the Yiddish oy vey, right? You know, wow, we say oy vey when something horrible is happening. In Hebrew, oy vecha means your enemy. And we can notice how the two words sound alike because they mean something similar. Over and over, your Torah portion talks about how our enemies may be aligned against us and how we have to be very careful with regard to who our enemy is. Hannah, what you are magically able to bring to the world, it's not magic, it's actually a part of your soul. What you're able to bring to the world is one of the greatest concepts of humanity and in Judaism, and that's the ability to turn an enemy into a friend. And you have the raw material and the spunk, and I think your parents used the word chutzpah, to be able to go into the world and to face it, to face the adversaries that are out there, and to shift them around, to try to find other perspectives, and to be able to shift that which is against us to hopefully that which can be on our side. And that's something that I have no doubt that you are going to do in a way that no one else can. Because the person who is most powerful is that person who can turn the oivecha, that enemy, into a friend. And that's what our world needs now more than ever. We only have one Hannah. You've got a lot out there to do. But you are able to inspire others to do the same, to find goodness, and to make the world better.
Oh, thank you.
Mazel tov.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So Hannah, I have a confession.
Oh.
So I know we started off the service and I said, please sing along with us and join with us. And normally I do, but I found myself not wanting to sing today because I just wanted to listen to your beautiful voice.
Oh.
So thank you for giving us that incredible gift of not just doing a proficient and amazing job, but really singing with soul and with such beauty and such grace. And I think everyone in this congregation today could really feel that, feel the depth of your soul. I had the best time working with you. I had so much fun talking to you, getting to know you, talking about our love of musicals, and just seeing you thrive on this incredible journey and the amazing job that you've done today. So because of your beautiful soul, your beautiful voice, who you are as a person, I wanted to officially invite you to become one of my junior cantors. And my junior cantors are a group of people that go above and beyond in their studies for becoming a bar or bat mitzvah. And we invite you to be a part of special services and help lead and really just be sort of a leader and a mentor to other kids as well. So I hope that you will accept this honor. Yay!
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you,
so
Mazel
sweet.
Tov. We're so proud of you.
Oh, thank you. Such an honor. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We're going to invite Hannah's 7th grade classmates at Akiba to come forward for a special ritual. You guys, yes, snag that candy, Liv.
You're gonna stand over
You guys
here
all
and
got
face
tall,
us.
wow. Okay. All right, lift this right up.
There you
Yep,
got that.
face us,
You're
Hannah.
gonna face us. Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chonecha.
May God's light shine upon you and be gracious unto you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha ve'asem lecha shalom, shalom.
May God's light always shine through you and grant you peace. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, all right, group hug everyone. Surround her with love. Come on, give her one. Yeah. Aw. All right, see you guys later. We now would like to invite forward, representing our congregation, an incredible leader in our community, and Helene Jaffa will be coming forward. Helene is our trustee who is in charge of religious practices. Helene, Shabbat Shalom to you. Thank you for being here.
Like most Reform Jews, I do not come to services every Saturday morning. I come rarely. Last night, I heard Hannah on YouTube, and I was so impressed with her manner, not only her voice, but the way she conducted herself, that I was truly happy that I was going to represent the congregation this morning. But what didn't come through YouTube was how wonderful a person you are and how glorious and combined and together and honorable and having the right values this family is. It was a pleasure to be here. And so it is a pleasure to invite you to share our congregation and to make your lives special wherever you are. In honor of your having completed so much study, so much more than most of your fellow students do, I offer you a certificate of bat mitzvah, which will prove that you are here. And because Israel is in our hearts at the moment, it is both our tradition and an extra special pleasure to know that the congregation bought a tree in Israel in your honor. You already thanked us for the gifts that are now being handed to you, but the sisterhood is very pleased to always give the bat mitzvah or b'nai mitzvah or bar mitzvah child things to celebrate with. And we hope you celebrate Kiddush cup and candlesticks with joy and with remembering how we all share our Shabbat.
Thank you so much.
And the men's group, for many years now, has been offering a Tanakh. Tanakh is all the books of the Bible in English. We don't expect you to have to read them in Hebrew. And I do hope you enjoy the book. Put it underneath so that it isn't dropped. Hannah, you made this morning a pleasure. For me, a stranger, for our clergy who've learned to love you, and for this family, that it was a pleasure to be with and to share your joyous event.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. You can put those down, Hannah. We have one other ritual to offer, and that is the signing of our Lador Vador scroll. Artist Mordechai Rosenstein designed this specifically for us with our motto on it, which says, Orenu me'ir tov yoter yachad. That means our light shines brighter together. And while it has beautiful designs on the outskirts, it's blank in the middle except for the names of every single person who becomes a bar or bat mitzvah here at Akiba. So Jonah Wild was the last one. He's at the bottom of here. You're going to start signing right up here.
Perfect. So I just put like my first and last name and then.
Yep, first, last name, and the date. A little higher up. Yeah. Mazel tov.
Thank you. Should I go to my seat?
No, you don't go to your seat.
Never mind.
Yep, you're up here for the rest. Friends, our concluding prayers begin with the Aleinu, page 282, about halfway down the page. We invite you to rise once again.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו, ושמו, ושמו אחד.
If we please open up to page 291, page 291. I'd like to share a poem written by another Hannah. Her name was Hannah Senish. And this was written, maybe 80, 90 years ago. She wrote the following. There are stars up above so far away we only see their light long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with the people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. We now remember friends and family of Hannah who have died, whose light always shines upon our souls. We remember Suzanne Stern, Melvin Stern, Marilyn Stern, Sterling Hoffman, Lester Hoffman, Francine Zack, Lawrence Zack, and Irv White. May their memories guide us always with goodness. We turn to page 294. 294, we say the words of the mourner's Kaddish together. Yitgadal, v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'yamad divrach chorotei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechonu v'yomechon, v'chayeh dechol beit Yisrael, Bagalau v'izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevarach leolam u'amei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shemei d'kudusha b'rechu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran v'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who causes peace to be known in the high heavens help us understand that by reaching out to one another, we create peace on earth as well. For all Israel and for all humanity, we say,
Amen.
Amen.
Our closing song is Oseh Shalom, which is the last few lines of the prayer that we just read. But this has a lot of hand clapping, so we actually invite you to put your books back either in the seat in front of you or behind you or on your seats for this moment. And Lauren and Ryan and Carter, we invite you back up to the bima so you can join us for our closing. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu.
Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu
yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
All right, we've got one final ritual, and that's the motzi.
You guys, grab it? Yeah. Oh, grab it, sorry.
Ready?
Motzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices join in happy chorus as our prayer is humbly said. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon.
Shabbat shalom, everyone, and mazel tov!
Can we eat it?